Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. The only time it's ever appropriate to micromanage someone is when they've proved beyond doubt that they are crap at their job, they're on an improvement plan, and they need constant supervision to raise their standards of work. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Think before you micromanage, folks. The manager before my current one was a right tyrant, hated throughout the department by just about everyone. She'd fly off the handle at the slightest provocation, and it was a real whiplash for me because my previous job had a manager who was mostly absent. Part of his absence meant that he didn't care when we showed up or when we left, so long as we worked 8 hours and there was an unpaid hour lunch in there somewhere. Overtime wasn't getting paid, we got lieu hours instead, but the work needed to be done, so make it happen. And I love that, because often I'd come in around my start time, skip my breaks and lunch to get more done, and leave sooner at the end of the day. And I've always hated micromanagement. Give me a task, give me the resources to complete it, and listen if I think I've found a better, more efficient way to get you what you want, but need your sign-off. Cut to my current job under the tyrant. She was actively trying to make me quit for a variety of reasons. It was a year in that I found out she'd only hired me to fill the position until her preferred candidate's contract ended. Then she hoped to bully me out of the role so they could take it. Nice. One day she decided to nitpick my arrival time even though she'd previously said she didn't care when I showed up or if I had to stay late, same as my old job. The work had to be done and there was no overtime, so do what I needed to, and if I needed an afternoon off, I could have it. But now, as she was tightening the noose, the hours are 8 to 4. She was big on reversing her position and claiming that was the position the entire time. F you very kindly. I just about had it with her anyways, so I gave her exactly what she asked for, but there was no way I was being bullied out of this job. Came in right at 8 and made sure she saw me every morning at 7:59, took my breaks and my half-hour lunch, which I normally skipped, and left right bang on at 4 o'clock. Cut forward a few weeks, and she hauls me into her office because I've been falling behind. I shrugged and told her that there weren't enough hours in the day to do the job the way she wanted it. Well, another employee who has a similar position gets their work done. Yes, but another employee often comes in early or stays late and doesn't get paid for that extra. So, why don't you stay late to get your work done? If you'll remember, boss, you gave me crap for coming in late in the morning. The specified hours are 8 to 4. You were very clear. That's the job you were hired to do. I used to come in early sometimes or stay late when I got behind and skip my lunches and breaks, but once you decided to give me a hard time about when I walk in the morning, I've complied with your instructions. Maybe you should have thought of that before doing something that'd lose you all that extra work. And I walked out. Never got in trouble for it again, though she found other ways to harass me for nearly another year before she was unceremoniously told to retire. As far as I know, no one was sad to see her go. Her replacement isn't much better, but she's acknowledged that she knows I'll stay late when I need to, so I've gone back to old habits and haven't gotten a complaint. And our second story. A Tale of Revenge. My ma and I went to our local name brand grocery store to pick up some things for dinner. We decided to split up to cover more ground in the massive store that lay in front of us. As I'm walking through the produce aisle for more miscellaneous items wearing the same clothes from last time, a green bottom-up tee and cargo shorts, it's my only get nice outfit at the time, when I hear the sound to F other sounds in the butt in terms of, why me, God? And ahem. BL will be B-word lady, M will be mom, SM will be store manager, me will be a man who still hasn't gotten my bathroom break yet. I turned to see the lady from last time. It was about a month at the time, but I couldn't remember where I knew her from. BI, I need you to get an item off the shelf for me. I can, where she's getting at here, and thought she just wanted some help, so I go pull down her item for her. BI, now can you go find me some foam-flinging fun bullets out of the back room? You're all out at that section. Me, I can't do that. I don't work here, lady. BI, don't lie. You just helped me. Snap to it. Oh, now I remember where I met this B. Me squints my eyes at her to make sure I'm not mistaken. Nope, I'm right. B-word, go tow some cars for my family. We've been here for hours. We pay so much here, so you should just go do it anyway, because I can't hear you all the way up here on my high horse, lady. I'll pass. B.I. What? I'll have your job if you don't help me, you B-turd. Props to retail workers for putting up with this, by the way. Me. I said no. She goes bat crap crazy. At this point, I look up at the nearby CCTV camera with a poker face. Me mouths, help me, into the camera. B.I. is just going effing nuts, screaming, swearing, the works. I turn to walk away back to my precious onions. She screams again and grabs me by the collar of my shirt. Bad move. She pulls me right up to her face, about 2 feet down, and just starts yelling at me to get my manager. Second bad move. Me. Okay, I'll call her if you want. Do you really want that? B.I. Right effing now. I call my mom. Me. This lady in the sports section, which you've probably heard screaming from your side, wants my manager. That's you. Mom. Wait, really? Me. Yep. Mom. I'll be right there. At this point, the real manager comes over to see what all the ruckus is. God bless his soul. He accidentally locked eyes with the ferocious Karen. Dun dun dun. SM. What's going on here? B.I. cuts in before I can even talk, saying that I cussed at her and refused to help her further, which was true, but also that I sexually harassed her. What? SM. Okay, so what about you? I explained that I did cuss at her because we have history. This confuses her, and that I did not harass her in any way. SM. I already knew that. Me and B.I. look puzzled. SM points to the live camera. I try not to laugh, but fail. The SM heard my cry for help, and I thought for sure this B was done for. She just looked at it and said, B.I. Well, what's that? Silence. B.I. And what do you mean we have a history? Me. You told me to tow your cars, remember? B.I. looks like she curled up and died 20 years ago. My manager walks around the corner. Mom. OP, are you okay? I turn to walk towards her, but B.I. cuts in literally. She grabs my arm with her fake nails and goes gold digging with them. I groan in pain as I rip her off me and rip a couple of her nails off at the same time. She acts like I threw her. Not very well. It looked like a tired hippo collapsing on a nice soft bed. SM cuts in and tells her what the semi-sphere on the roof is. SM. That right there is a camera, and it caught everything. I'll be calling the cops now. She gets up and tries to run my way. I tackle her. The cops show up, look at the footage, and I press charges for assault. I get my onions, go home, and finally get my bathroom break. I don't understand what goes on in these Karens' heads. Even if you did work there, snap to it? Is that any way to speak to anyone, or is it just an employee? What if they're not on the job, or what if they come to where you work and make demands? And our last story. Entitled woman snaps her hand in disabled veteran's face. I was not with him. My boyfriend's the vet in this, so keep in mind this all is secondhand through his experience as relayed to me. The incident occurred yesterday at the grocery store while my partner was shopping. This is actually a challenging task for him. He doesn't like all the aisles and people in stores, and he doesn't like that he feels distracted from paying attention to his surroundings by needing to concentrate on the list of items he needs. Because he's hard of hearing, he also can't easily hear where people are, and this is hard for him. Also, it's worth noting that he has extra trouble hearing high-pitched sounds, like kids' and women's voices. During the COVID lockdown, he lost a lot of progress he'd made with his anxiety, but he's working on getting back to where he was. He has a service dog now, which has helped him immensely, not just in public. He sleeps better now, and the dog will alert him when he's becoming anxious based on his behaviors and can calm him. Really incredible. The dog has a vest. If you read it, you'll see he has a patch that says, PTSD service dog, do not distract, and one that says hard of hearing handler. His dog is trained to guard him from people and alert him what side he's being approached from. This is not aggressive. The dog just uses its body to block him off and touches his legs while doing it, so he knows someone's there. So he turns and saw this little kid looking up at him. He just told her the dog is working and she can't pet him on the assumption that she had just asked him that. In response, the kid holds out her hand for the dog to sniff, and she said, "Mommy says I can if I say hello first," or something along those lines. The dog doesn't react much at all, so the kid just starts hugging him. At this point, my partner stepped abruptly away from her and told her she needs to stop and go find her parent. Now, he couldn't tell if the kid was old enough to read, but he's not really mad at the kid because a parent should be responsible for her in the store. And while I'm sure he was probably very stern with her since he's not very great with people, especially kids, even on a good day, he's also not someone who yells. Yet, lo and behold, the child's grandmother, mother, who knows, appears and is telling him not to yell at a little girl. He made her cry and a bunch of other crap. He was only catching about 30% of what she was saying. He told her he has a service dog, she needs to keep the kid off, read the vest. The lady rolled her eyes at him and continued berating him. He said that he was just standing there, largely ignoring her, thinking if she says what she wants, then she'll go and leave him alone. But then this woman snaps her hand in my partner's face and asks him, "Are you a R-word?" Thankfully, there was a couple shopping who must have overheard. The woman from this couple came and moved that woman out of my partner's face and looked like she was chewing her out until the Karen left the aisle. The man from that couple asked my partner if he was all right. He turned out to be a veteran too, bonded a little over their tattoos. I'm honestly still livid about it, and I wasn't even there. He's moved on. Disgusting behavior. She should be utterly ashamed of herself. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.